Hi everybody, good to see you again. Welcome back to Betway's Weighted to Win as we look forward, of course, to Saturday's racing out at Hollywood Bets Greyville. We're a week away from the big one now, the Hollywood Bets Durban July. We had a wonderful discussion with Anton Marcus. He's the guy who rode the July 5 times, winning July horses, and we spoke about the gallops. We asked him what he liked. He gave us his top 4. And if you want to watch that, go to the Weighted to Win YouTube or the Racing Today website. It's always there and always available. All right, interesting. Breeders' Day out at Greyville. Let's start up with race number 2 on the card and talk about, got Daryl Marie and Darren Burrows, yeah? And Daryl, this odds-on favourite, looks to win in the second.
So you're going to sit here and tell us that you spoke to Anton Marcus, but you're not going to...
No, you've got to watch the show.
Okay, thanks, Clyde.
No, you've got to watch the show.
Okay. I'll certainly be tuning into that. He's a legend. Tune in. He's a legend.
Listen to what Anton says, you'll love it.
Clyde, opening leg of the Barpot, a natural Barpot banker, number 1, Daring Dash. Yes. Lovely progress in each and every start to date. Excuse me, Clyde, I'm still under pressure here, but... we've seen that form line being franked. French Flame, the horse that ran 3rd, won convincingly next time out. And a horse even further down in that form line called Burning Man came out and ran 2nd. So, yes, I'm happy bankering him. Number 1.
In your play?
Yeah.
Okay, so Daryl's doing that. Darren Burrows, good to have you with us this morning. Your banker in your bipots too, or what's your plan?
Definitely, Clyde. You got to banker this horse. It's first run on the poly track. But he goes to the front, and that short run-in is going to suit him. He can get away, skip a couple of lengths clear on the field, and hold them off, because this isn't a strong lineup. You've got Richard Furion always shining. There's been no direct winners in his last 3 starts. So a banker, Daring Dash.
Okay, banker, Daring Dash. Daryl Marie's got the same. There's a look at Daryl's bipod. Thanks, Darren. Second is 1700 Poly. Remember, all the races are on Poly, barring one. Today, make a note of that in terms of this particular event. The 3rd race, I beg your pardon. We've done the 2nd already. So this is the start of the place accumulator. And this was number 10, Magic Hat-Trick's the favourite, priced up 28 to 10. Second choice, number 8, Animal Impact is the second choice, 33 to 10. 11, Fire Force, 15 to 4. 9 to 2, about a horse called Wherever I Lay My Hat, number 6 on the card. And then you can get 9 or 10 to 1 and better about the others. It's a more competitive race, this, Darren, than what we thought in the second, isn't it?
This is probably one of the toughest races on the card, Clyde. The improver in the race has got to be this horse, Wherever I Lay My Hat, number 6. Because jumped slow, was 12th at the 400, and made steady progress through the field to get beat 5 lengths by French Flame, and now stepping up in trip. So I think this could be the value in the race at 7 to 1. But if you're looking for horses with chances as well, Rainwater's got to come into the play, because there's been 2 direct winners, and Richard Fourie takes the ride. You've got Animal Impact. You've got Magic Hat-Trick that ran a much improved race over 2200, but now drops back to 1700. And there are others with chances too.
Thank you, Darren. Just to let you know that Richard's ride has been scratched. Rainwater's not running, so that's been taken out. So that may just change your view a little bit. Daryl, your take on this?
Yeah, I'm very upset to see Rainwater out, Clyde. He did actually form bank in my play. But nevertheless, we have to discuss the balance of the field. Number 8, Animal Impact. I think he's limited, but he's got that early toe. He likes to go handy, and he's got fitness on his side. Strong jock in the irons. If he gets first run on the balance of the field, I can certainly see him contesting the finish, because he is better on the poly track. So number 8 is my top pick now. Respect for Magic Hat-Trick. Good improvement last time out. Does drop back in trip. I think the dam was an out-and-out sprinter, so I don't think that's too much of a negative. You can see he made nice progress last time out. Beaten by Noble Warrior. Funny enough, Clyde, Animal Impact had Noble Warrior lengths behind in his later start, but that was on poly track. Then if you want to go wider, possibly the likes of number 11, Fire Force, and 12, Quiz Party. But I'm not really bullish when it comes to race 3.
Okay, interesting. Just a reminder, all races are on poly barring the main race. 8 and 10, Daryl's first choices in the place accumulator. They're the numbers. Let's get them down and get PAs on. Okay, welcome back to Betway's Weighted to Win. Race number 4. This particular event's over 1,200 metres. There are 10 of them that will go to the gate. Hopefully race time is the case. Betway's got that horse Magic Tattoo, number 7 at 28 to 10 favourite. Second choice, number 8, Convocation, 33 to 10. 1 Russian Doll, 9 to 2. 6 to 1, excuse me, about number 9, Proud Master. And then it's 10 to 1 and better about the others. So Sean Terry's got a strong, well, he's got a couple of strong runners on the day. And perhaps Magic Tattoo can win for them as well.
Certainly can win, Clyde. You know, this horse has had a perfect preparation. He's well treated over here. I think he's joined second best weighted. Right. Convocation, funny enough, is the best weighted, number 8. But Magic Tattoo, last year, at this particular meeting, he absolutely bolted up. So, track and trip ideal. The exact same can be said for the filly, number 1, Russian Doll. Last year, she bolted up. Looks like she's been prepped for this race. Another one that's well in of here, joined second best weighted. Big runner, Clyde. But if they go too quick in a lineup like this, you always got the likes of Proud Master just lurking behind the speed. And he's got a lovely turn of foot on the surface. Course and distance is ideal. He'll be mowing them down. Whether he can get there in time remains to be seen, but I think he is a player. So 1, 7 and 9 in no particular order.
And Steve Ferry's been having winners, eh?
Yes.
They're in good form. Darren, what do you make of it?
Well, Clyde, I've included 4 runners. Numbers 1, 7, 8, and 9. Now, let's start with Proud Master. He's had 7 runs over course and distance for 4 wins and a place. So he's got a great record on the poly over this distance. His last run was much improved. Convocation, now she ran in the SA Filly Sprint last time out. She had 1-3 on the trot before that. And now she takes a drop in class. So she's got a big chance, and she's won on the poly. She's won from 1 course and distance, actually. Magic Tattoo, I think he won this race last year. His last 2 starts have been decent, and he'll be right on top of them too. And then Russian Doll, 2 from 2 course and distance. A good second last time out. She'll be competitive.
Thanks, Darren. I see right at the back of the pick 6 that Darren's worked out. He's banked at a 14 to 1 shot. Take the numbers down. Okay, let's get on to race number 5 on the card now. This particular event's got Willow's Wish and Pirate Prince sort of dominating the market. Sean Terry and Alison Wright are not dominating, but they bet 33 to 10 the field. Those are the top 2. Darren Burrows, let's talk about the race. Start with you, and you can just tell us what you think of it. I know you got a bit of a long shot in here as well, but what do you make of it?
Pirate Prince, probably the horse to beat for me. He's run against horses like Cape Eagle, Down to Business, a short head behind Royal Victory. I know he received a lot of weight that day, but he's won over course and distance. If he can get into a decent position from that 11th draw, he could be the horse to beat because he's in good form against stronger. You've got Willow's Wish, hasn't hit the first 3 in a while, but he hasn't been far back. He's been beaten a length or 2 by horses like Litigation, Total Surrender, Sugar Blast. This is pretty much a drop in class for him, and Richard Fourie takes the ride. Those are the 2 leading lights. Then I would include a horse like Magical Flight. She is a 6-year-old mare. Petite Verdot with bottom weight. And Etiquette. Don't ignore his chances. If he jumps on terms, he is 3-time winner on the poly, and his penultimate start was a good one behind Lightning Glow. And last time out, he jumped slow behind Flagman, who's running in the Durban July.
Okay, well, that's a 16 to 1 on the Friday Etiquette. Well, as wish, perhaps Darren correct in dropping class here.
Yeah, Clyde is ultra consistent. It's been just over a year since his last victory, but he's honest and he'll give you another ball train. He's had 2 efforts on the poly track for a second and a third, Clyde. Both of those beats in less than a length. So I've got no question marks or reservations about the poly track. I'm going for Etiquette over here, number 5. He's my top pick. around about 16 to 1. I think he's at a great prep leading to this race, Clyde. Look at the run. Second from the top in the computer form. 2.25 lengths behind Pirate Prince. In this race last year. He's now 4 kilograms better off with Pirate Prince. I think he represents value. So for me, I'm going 5 from 7 and 9.
So you and Darren both from the same horse. The Puller stable go after being a bit quiet or what?
No, he's coming back, Clyde.
Oh, they're coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. There's a look at the jackpot. Etiquette's currently 16 to 1. So Wise Act is a decent sort. 16 to 10 for the Cornet Spies stable as the favourite here in race number 6 on the card. Muzayeni is riding Wise Act, top of the boards. 7 Willow Express, Sean Terry got a very good hand today. I don't know how the day is going, but because we recorded Friday, but 3 to 1 second favourite. And then you got Stewie Ferry's Lucky Dollar, who's trading at 9 to 2. Can we bank a Wise Act?
I'd love to, Clyde, but I'm a little bit scared of the pace of here. You got the likes of Joshua Hotsnake, Tachman, Ibiza Knight. They all like to contest the pace up front, and so does Wise Act. So I'm hoping, whatever the case may be, they don't cut throats. And he's 1 from 1 on the poly track. He's best weighted. I think he's going to prove very hard to beat just as long as he settles in running. But because of that, I haven't banked him. Like I touched on, I do believe the pace is going to be on, and it could set up for the likes of Lucky Dollar. He's done absolutely nothing wrong to date. In his penultimate start on the poly track, he won easier than the modern actually suggests. He had to be taken up for a stride or two at a vital stage. And then, Clyde, we have to touch on Willow Express. This horse was as high as a 104. He dropped right down to a 73.
Yes.
And if you have a look at, excuse me, Clyde, at the weights, he's not badly in over here. And you know what? His confidence can be up. He's another one that will enjoy the pace being on, just to stalk them. So I've gone 2, 4, and 7.
Richard Ferries now riding Willow Express. Darren, are you worried about the pace that might upset Wise Act, or what's your synopsis?
Well, I'm worried about the stamina doubts. You know, I haven't had a good look at the dam line, but this horse doesn't seem to find a finish. He goes to the front and he gets collared late or fades out of contention. And he's tried the 1450 where it was a dismal performance. He went to the front against Barbaresco and faded to a dirty 4th, beaten 5 lengths. It's very difficult to say how he's going to go over a mile. So that's my only concern with him. Willow Express, now he's had 3 runs on the poly for a win and a second. That was a long time back. It was good to see him back to winning ways last time. And I think the pace is going to suit him. And Richard Fourie can come from off the pace, angle out, and fly up on them. One more horse to consider, Cape Town Beauty. I think her rating is back to that competitive mark. And I think she'll run well. She has won 3 times on the poly.
Okay, that's number 8 on the card. Thanks, Darren. The jackpot's on screen. 126 Rand. So this is the big one on the day, the KwaZulu-Natal Breeders' Mile. And this particular event, let's have a look at the market. Mrs. Geriatrics for Sean Terry, tops the boards, 18 to 10 on the Friday. Number 3, Noble City for Alison Wright, 9 to 2. And then 5 to 1, about Lucky Huda Larkis's horse, Laguna Verde. Some nice horses running here, Darren.
Yes, there are. This is a very exciting race, and it's on the turf. Now, Mrs. Geriatrics, she's run twice over the mile, and she placed in the Fillies Guineas Grade 1, running on, and then she placed in the Empress Club behind Give Me Another. So I think she sees out the mile, but there is still a question mark. She's best weighted, everything in her favour to bounce back to winning ways, but it has been a long time since she last seen the winner's box. One of my favourite horses last season was Noble City, and I said this horse is heading to the tops, and they stuck him in the deep end against MK's Pride, and he got within half a length when he was out at the weights, and I thought this horse is going to the tops. Then he rested 6 months, had one run in Cape Town, stone last. Then he's had two comeback runs, 7 lengths Dave the King and 5 lengths Oriental Charm. Now, those are good horses. And I just get the feeling his third run back is going to be his peak run. And in this type of company, I think Noble City proves the value in the race. One more to consider is the filly Lady Fallon. I've always rated her, but she hasn't been striding out too well. It all depends. I see it's a new change of owner, Shaw from Gaya. And I think she can feature, but just watch her go down to the start.
Thanks, Darren. Yeah, it's a very interesting race, isn't it?
Yeah, I like Darren. Personally, I don't really put Lady Fallon into the race. I'm just going to stop at numbers 3 and 4, and I have no doubt that Noble City represents more value at around 9 to 2, Clyde.
Yeah, that's right.
I think he's had a great prep going into this race. He's going to be cherry ripe. I loved what I saw in his last 2 comeback efforts. So I think, although he's out at the weights, I think he's going to give Mrs. Geriatrics a run for her money. Now, she slung in over here, Clyde. Nice effort last night. Only found one too good on that occasion. Yeah, everything's in her favour to notch up another victory. But I think Noble City, at his current price, I'd rather be having a bet on him.
Okay, interesting. And Darren also likes Noble City, as does Daryl. And when we did the show on Friday, Betway got it 9 to 2. So they're at the 66 level now, E Division, 1200 metres on the poly. 7 to 2 the field in a race like this. Daryl, I don't know, it's hard. Wendy Whitehead's got that horse Stevie G. Stewie Ferry's got that horse Hippocrates. Dennis Bosch got Brave Voyager. Not an easy race. I think it's almost a field race, to be quite frank. And unless you've got a bit of a shreddy here. No.
Can't really help you,
yeah,
but I am forced to tip a horse over here. You said Dennis Bosch has got number 9, Brave Voyager. He's also got number 1, Night Warrior, who's my suggested bet over here, Clyde.
Okay.
I know he is getting on with it. I mean, he is a 7-year-old. But, you know, this horse has never, ever cracked a draw on this circuit over this distance. No. I mean, he's 4 from 18 over the course and distance. And he's also got 4 seconds behind his name. So he's very effective. Clyde, he always tends to race wide and cover the most ground. Now, from a 1 draw, I don't know if it's going to be a negative or a positive, but he has to maintain his position and make use of that draw. If he's still got that finishing burst at the vital stage of the race, I don't know. But I think if things go his way and he gets the run of the race, I can certainly see him featuring over here. But like you said, Clyde, this does look like a field event.
Yeah, Night Warrior, first time Calvin Habib. You give Night Warrior a chance, Darren?
Yes, Daryl's actually given me more confidence on this horse now because I thought it was more open. But when you look at his course and distance form, 4 wins, 4 seconds and a third from 18 starts. His 1200 meter form has been brilliant. His last run of a 1200, he was outpaced at the back of the field and flew up. His last run was better. Hippocrates should run well. He's also course and distance 3 from 8. So he comes into the race with a big chance. Fate of Fortune. Now, he was off the track for a year and a half. He's had 3 comeback runs, and his last run he was only beaten 0.8 lengths. So this horse is coming on the right way, and he's a 5-year-old, only had 8 starts. Of the rest, maybe Stevie G with Richard Foree, but I would focus on numbers 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, got that, thank you. And Daryl's going in for Night Warrior. Friday, Betway, 6 to 1. Right, 9th and final handicap, 74 level. They're going over 1,400 metres in this race. Top of the boards, Gary Richards, Paki Mali. Top of the boards, 4 to 1. Number 4, Imaginable, 9 to 2. 6 to 1 about Benny in the area. And then 7 to 1 about number 10, Strawberry, what's it called? Strawberry Stinger. And then 8's in bed of the others. This is a race Darren Burrows likes a 14 to 1 shot. Daryl, you got it a 14 to 1 shot as well? Let's talk to Darren in a minute.
Yeah, made this tricky. I think Irish Luck, if he is able to latch on to Benny in the area, he could get the run of the race. And he's had a slight rating drop down to 76. I think he could be a player. Imaginable, last time out himself in Palermo. Cutthroats up front. I don't think that was a bad effort whatsoever, because both of them deserve to get tired. It was only natural that that was going to happen, Clyde. I think with a more patient ride, he could be right there for Rakesh. But you know, Darren's bullish on something, so let's hope he's right and found the rough in the pack for the viewers.
Okay. All right. Darren, talk to us.
Well, Clyde, this was a difficult pick six, and I had to land on a banker somewhere. And I found this horse, Captain Who, at a big price of 14-1. Now, I had a look at his course and distance form. He's had 7 runs for a win, 2 seconds, and a third. So he's only been out the money 3 times over course and distance. But what I like is he had a rest from January to June, and he finished 5 lengths off Willow Express in his comeback run. They dropped him to 1200, and he flew up behind Gorgeous Guy, and now they're stepping up to 1400, third run after a rest. I mean, he's beaten Winter Waves. He ran half a length behind Lord Wiley. He's taken on stronger. His ratings dropped. I just get the feeling this is the right race. I know he's a 6-year-old getting on, but 14-1, I couldn't leave alone.
We're not going to argue with you, I promise you that. 14-1 on the Friday with Betway Darren Burrows, race 9, number 9.